Welcome back to the channel, everybody, which has been made possible by Yahweh, our Elohim. And we are back today, and we are prepping to plant some apple trees. Good news is, well, before I'll get to that, real quick, we got Amber. She's picking up some rocks that were left around. There's like an old fire pit right here for some reason. So we're moving these rocks out of the way because we marked off there's a spot there for a tree. I'm gonna put another one there, and then one in the corner of that garden flower bed thing, which we're actually gonna, we have a bunch of wood that we purchased to build a raised flower bed. So we're gonna move these when we finish building those, but it's been raining all week, like torrential downpouring all week. So we haven't had a chance to do that. Obviously we got Oakley helping. She's a good girl. And Amber's gonna go dump those rocks off. And then good news is, got something back today. The tractor is back. I'm very excited. We got so what happened is the hydraulic line was broken. Something came up the solid line. This solid line right here was cracked. Probably ran over a nice big tree that popped up before the brush hog got it, kicked up and cracked the line. So luckily, Kubota Insurance covered it, paid a deductible, taken care of, all good to go. And brand new brush hog because I broke the other one. Ran over a stump, and I didn't have it on video, and I forgot to include it in the other one when I was talking about this. I don't know why, but backed over a stump, and it bent this corner in enough that the blade caught it and shredded it, and so they totaled it out, and insurance covered it again, so I lucked out again on that. But anyway, so I'm gonna get we have the post hole digger that we need to put on the back of this, and we will then start drilling some holes. So hang tight, and I'll be right back once we get this stuff sorted out a little bit. So hang tight. All right, so we're back. We left it off the other night because we put this the
post hole
digger. We put it all together, and actually, look, we had a small level that we attached, so that way we can know when it is level. Because what happens is when the auger goes down, it's going to kick out like this a little bit. So it's something you want to be mindful of when you're using this. So that's why we're going to have Amber behind to make sure that she can let me know if I need to back up the tractor or go forward a little bit, because we're going to be on a hill, because we're doing for the holes for the trees. But now we need to put the gear oil, which we picked up, into the gearbox. And so let's get these ones screwed, and we'll fill this up. And it's, what did it say, a quart and a half, and we got 2 quarts. So we'll just pay attention. I think it says basically once this starts to come out of the hole, it's basically filled. So let's get this thing unscrewed. We'll figure out how this goes.
Okay, not super tight.
No, not over tight. Here's the fill spot, right there, and then this one here. There.
I took it off. I don't know if there's a thing though.
There we go.
Oops. I was trying to help.
You're always helping.
I failed.
Alright. So, put this in. Why is it not coming out? Oh, I gotta cut it. Actually, do we get the funnel? We should put it through the funnel. Or I just clip this thing off the end. And Oakley's barking, if you hear it, she found herself a turtle friend, and she's trying to
love it.
love it. So if you hear extra barking, because Oakley usually does not bark, but when she's protecting us from dangerous turtles, it's very important that she lets us know what's going on. So get this filled up. What do we do? Want to put this cap on that so that when we store the rest of it, it's not the whole stuff.
Good idea.
Almost done with the first one. We're done with the first one. Put this one. Where's the shop item?
I'll use the last one. So there's more under.
More over here. I feel like that's a problem.
Good idea.
It actually has a little even. Gotta get closer.
There it is. Found it.
Called it. We're ready.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna have all right.
What can I do?
Well, you heard this up to this stops from pouring out.
Do you mean to stop recording?
No, you keep it. You can watch me mess this all up. That should be good. Get back up. Thank you. Okay. Get this tightened up. Nice and tight. Almost done. You think it's tight enough? Sure. Yeah, that's tight enough. That's tight enough. All right. So that's good. Just gonna get some oil in there before I get it all mixed up. Which way is it supposed to go? This way.
Clockwise.
I figured before I turn it on.
Good idea.
Get it all worked up. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start it up, make sure that it works correctly before we start. so I know I can't show you much because of the sun, but we got a hole here, and it's a little bit on an angle because we're on a hill. It slopes down, so when the auger was going down, it was moving. And then we put another one here. This is good soil through this hole. But again, we're using a post hole digger to dig through a bunch of rocks and stuff, because digging these holes by hand would have been absolutely impossible. So we're still we got to now fill them in, or drop the stuff in, put the topsoil, and we got mulch for around it. But yeah, we'll keep going from there. So we got the time lapse going. But yeah, it's going good so far. So this post hole digger so far is working phenomenal. It's working good. Obviously, we're not using it for poles yet, for fences, which we will definitely be using it. But this is a good trial run to test it out and make sure we're doing everything right. And so far, so good. And obviously, we can always adjust, Amber. We can always adjust these links here for different angles of what we're doing. But so far, so good. Yeah, different hills and stuff like that for different angles. So we can definitely have some adjustments, which will be perfectly fine. And but yeah, so far so good. And we'll keep going, get these trees planted. Trees are right up here, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we just got finished digging the holes and putting the apple trees in. Like I said, we got 2 Honeycrisps and a Golden Delicious, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Amber is going to explain the process of why it looks the way it does, and what else we did, because I just basically helped dig the holes and she was in charge of the rest. So,
which I am very appreciative of the assistance, because as you can see, we had a copious amount of rocks that we went through, so the post hole digger came in clutch with that.
Yeah, because if we were trying to hand dig this, like you could see the size of the rocks in this one over here too. I mean, this would have been a nightmare to try to get through. But
yeah, we got a lot of rocks here. But so what we did is, after Alex helped with the holes, I put a bag of potting soil. The little 5-gallon buckets that the trees came in were pretty low. There wasn't very much dirt or potting material in it, so it worked out. We did a full bag, a 40-pound bag of potting soil in it, broke up the little root ball that was in the plastic containers, dropped the tree on, and then we actually used the stakes to kind of help position it first. Then put another bag of potting soil in. I had some worm casings, worm poop. They're actually super nutrient dense. It's kind of like fertilizer without the chemicals. So I put a couple scoops of that on top, and then we watered it real good, probably about 7 gallons of water in each hole, and then tightened up our strings to make sure everything stayed taut, and then just took some mulch. We used hardwood mulch and put it around. We wanted to kind of create a berm, so that way when water comes in, it allows it to sink down into the roots instead of flowing off to the outside and not actually going in. But then I did also pull away from, you can see the actual trunk, you want to pull the mulch away so you don't get mold or any kind of fungus growing.
Or rot, right?
Yep,
Yeah, you don't
any
want the
kind of
rot out.
fungus growing against
That's
the
why-
trees.
That's why if you ever seen people who have trees or stuff on their front yard and they have like landscapers who go and do it, they have these huge mounds. And what it does, it actually, and that's why a lot of times they die, is because they build up this nice mound, like it's this tall, but it's up to here, and then it rots it out.
Yep, and they get
So-
rot 'cause you don't get enough air. So, and I don't know if Alex had described, but we did about 15 feet, 15, 16 feet in between both. So the biggest problem that trees face is being too close together, and when that happens, again, you get rot and fungus. It just grows and travels all the way around, which would actually kill the trees. So we want to make sure there's a lot of air moving in between the limbs and between the branches, and so as they grow, we'll also be kind of cleaning up in between the branches to make sure that there's enough airflow so that everything gets enough aeration, especially around the fruit itself. You don't want anything to get too close together, causing mold or fungus. So these are some, I don't want to say like, they're not super hybrid breeds, and they have a good degree of mold tolerance, but they're still susceptible to black mold and other kinds of mold that affects trees. So we'll probably get some different kinds of sprays in the spring just to be proactive. And we might do one round this fall too, but the good news is that they're in, and now we just have to be patient for a year or two or three.
Yeah. And side note, this garden bed that was put in here, not by us, the reason why we have it randomly in this this garden bed is because we're going to remove this. Like I said, we're going to build some raised garden beds, and we're going to transplant all these flowers, these bulbs, and whatever they are.
Yep, so dahlias and peonies are going to be moved elsewhere.
And
So
we're going to
that's-
rip this up and then just let
Yeah.
this kind of grow out.
Yep.
Because it's kind of in a weird spot, it's a weird shape, and not ideal for
So
stuff.
don't watch and listen to your YouTube influencers that say that you should put cardboard down as weed prevention, because we have the ferocious hunter going to get a lizard.
You going to get him, Oakley?
She's got to focus.
And there's a hawk flying by around too.
You got it, go. Oh, wrong side. You got him. Good job, Mom. Where did he go? I know.
He went up. She needs help from her mom sometimes.
He's right there. He's right here. Ooh. Oakley, he's right here. Over here. He's right here. Hey, get up here. He's right there.
Oh, there he goes, the big black one, yeah.
He's one of those weird ones that look
Oh.
like a pet.
Yeah, he ran across to the other side.
Perfect. He kind of looks like a bearded dragon.
Yeah. What are you doing up there, little dog?
Oh. He was so close.
But anyway, so Oakley will finish her hunting. But yeah, so it's basically the gist of just kind of what happened today. We planted these 3, and you know, we're gonna end up taking up this flower bed. You'll see that in an upcoming video when we finish building those raised flower boxes.
So they did, what I was trying to say
Oh.
is their weed prevention was putting a bunch of cardboard down.
Yeah, and it makes it an absolute mess.
It makes it absolutely horrible because the Bermuda grass that we have just grows roots 10 times stronger, and it is just solid Bermuda grass underneath of this.
Yeah.
And they just pop up constantly.
And Bermuda grass actually is a weed, and it grows like spider web, whatever, like vines, like out. The roots don't go down; they spread out and they create like a net. But we're gonna put those raised flower beds up. My hand's making it them along the front of our house up there. There's a perfect spot for them. So that's where we're going to put those raised flower beds when we build them. We got all the wood. I might have showed it in the other video, but you'll see it soon enough. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, for this video. So we appreciate you guys hanging out with us, watching us get into some tree planting today. Using the post hole digger, which I have to say, again, that thing came in clutch, and I can't wait to use that for when we're repairing the fence line and all the other projects that we have, probably more planting too eventually. But we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day.